So after we learned a lot of conversation, just to give you some encouragement to start and to try to speak. We talked about how you introduce yourself first, how you greet others in Arabic, how to welcome others, then how to introduce yourself, how to ask others about their status, how they spend their day, etc. And we learned about countries and nationalities very briefly, the main things. Now we will move to some basic grammar and basic and general understanding of the language. And we will keep doing conversation, inshallah. We will every now and then we will have some topic to make conversation about, to make dialogues, and inshallah, hopefully I will also give you some handouts so that you can practice in order to improve and in order to put these rules or these grammar that we're gonna take to put them into practice. If you don't speak, you will forget. There's no benefit. There's no benefit if you don't use the language. Whenever you see someone who speaks some Arabic, speak right away. Okay, don't be afraid. Even if you make mistakes, no problem. This is how you learn. Now the speech in Arabic is 3 parts. You know the very first or the smallest unit of the language is what? The smallest unit in a language is what? In any language? A letter. Right? A letter. Haraka by itself, it doesn't give anything. Yes, haraka is a small unit, but the haraka, which is in Arabic, a haraka, but in English, for example, it's a vowel, it's a letter. But in Arabic, if you say haraka, haraka in itself doesn't give anything. By itself, it has to be used with a letter. So the smallest unit of the speech in all languages is what? Al-harf, right? Al-harf, right? When we have more than one harf, what do we have? Huh?
Jumla.
Before jumla, before sentence.
Word.
Word. كلمة. Let's learn. دعونا نستخدم الكلمات العربية. دعونا نتحدث بالعربية. أوكي؟ أصغر وحدة في الكلام هي ماذا؟ أصغر وحدة. ماذا؟ الحرف. أكثر من حرف. أكثر من حرف يشكل ماذا؟ كلمة. Now, أكثر من كلمة مع بعضها ماذا تشكل؟ جملة, which means sentence, right? Letter, word, sentence. More than one sentence عندنا يسمى مقطع or paragraph, right? Paragraph, right? Paragraph is many sentences. Now, in Arabic, في اللغة العربية يوجد 3 أقسام للكلام. كم قسم؟ 3 أقسام للكلام. 3 parts of speech. 3 parts of speech in Arabic, which is different from English. In Arabic it's 3. In English it's about 6 or 8. Right? In English what do we have? We have nouns, we have verbs, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, interjections, prepositions, conjunctions. What else?
Articles. Subject.
Huh? Articles.
Participles.
No, not parts. What does participle?
Like adverb.
Okay. Past participle. This is with parts of the verbs. Yes. So, but in Arabic it's much easier. In Arabic only 3 categories, if you like. 3 categories. We have ism, And who tells me what letter is this?
Noun. Oh, alif.
What letter is this?
Hamza.
Hamzat wasl. This is not alif. This is Hamzat wasl. We explained this earlier. Second category is fi'l, which means verb. Okay, and not specifically verb. To be more specific, a verb in Arabic, the fi'l is a verb that has also indication about the doer or the subject. We will come back to this to explain. And then we have what? Harf. What does harf mean?
Letter.
No. Here
Article.
here it doesn't mean a letter. Now we are speaking about the parts of speech, right? We are talking about the parts of speech, right? The parts of speech, the letter is not one of the parts of speech, right? So here the word harf, and this is something you need to keep in your mind in Arabic and in other languages, that sometimes the same word, exactly the same word, could have different meanings. So how do you understand the meaning of that particular word? Exactly. Mina as-siyaq, which means the context. Min as-siyaq. From the context, you understand the meaning of that word. So here we are, when we said what is the smallest unit in a language, we said what? Harf, which means what? A letter. In that context, the word harf meant what? A letter. In this context, we cannot say a letter. What should we say?
Article.
Huh?
Article.
Particle.
Preposition.
Preposition is one of the particles, right? Is one of the particles. So, particle. Now, let's go back to the details. Let's start with the ism. This is very important introduction, so that when you see a word and you constitute a word, a sentence, you need to know what to start with and what to use. The ism is the noun, right? In English, we have many categories that all of them come under this category in Arabic. The ism is a noun. What is a noun? What is a noun? It indicates what? It's a word, right? It's a word. All these are words. It's a word that indicates what?
Person, place,
Name of a person.
Names of people,
Place.
places,
Things.
things,
ideas.
ideas. What else? Adverbs, interjections, adjectives, pronouns. All these are under the category ism in Arabic. Yes, in English, nouns, what you said is nouns. But now we're saying in Arabic. In Arabic, the word ism includes nouns and pronouns and interjections and adjectives and adverbs. Tamam? All these come under what category in Arabic?
Ism.
Ism. We'll have quick examples for everyone. Give me an example of ism.
Muzammil.
Example. Muzammil. Huh? So what is this? A name of a person,
Person.
right? And it's also, who can tell me what is Muzammil also mean?
The one covered.
So it's what else? It's an adjective as well, right? So the noun could be an adjective and could be a proper noun, right? Proper noun means what? Names of people, right? Damir,
Huwa.
what does damir mean?
Pronoun.
Pronoun. Huwa. Very good. Huwa. Huwa means what, ya Isa?
Oh.
Huwa.
He.
He. Now, sifa. Sifa means what?
Adjective.
Adjective. Give me a sifa.
Jamilun.
Jamilun. ما شاء الله. ها. جميل.
مزمل هو جميل.
So صفة means what?
Adjective.
Adjective. Jamil means beautiful, right? Or what do they say for the males?
Yeah.
Good looking,
Yeah.
handsome. Okay. Now ظرف
Place.
So what is the
Time
word
or
for
place.
handsome?
مغرب.
for
Say
what?
Jamil.
For Jamil,
No, for the handsome.
handsome. Handsome, they don't say, they say Jamil, but they say also Wasim.
Wasim.
Okay, let me use this word. Also Wasim. Wasim is used more
For men.
for men. Now, ظرف means what?
Place or time.
Place, time or place.
Huh?
Time or place.
ظرف means time or place,
Like Maghrib.
which is also an adverb, which means adverb as well, right? ظرف also means adverb, right? Like what?
مغرب.
Maghrib.
Maghrib.
Maktab.
Like if you say much, much, كثيرا. This is an adverb also.
Kabira.
جدا, very good. جدا.
Kabira.
كبيرا. No, not كبيرا, كثيرا. كثيرا means a lot. Okay, let's take for now Al-Maghrib, let's say, as he said. Finally, we have اسم فعل. اسم فعل, which means interjections. Interjections. The interjection is not a verb, it's not a particle, it is a noun. It is a noun in the sense it's ism. Ism. Like, give me examples of interjections in English. Like they say, wow. Is not this an interjection?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what else?
Yay.
Yay, whatever. So these are expressions, right? Expressions of astonishment or but in Arabic, we can have, for example, صح. صح. صح is ism fa'al. It's interjection, which means be quiet. صح. صح is be quiet. Okay? Means be quiet. This is not a fa'al. It's not a verb. It's ism fa'al. Okay? This is general idea. We will go as we go, inshallah, in details to every one of these. Now we come to the fa'al. What is the fa'al? What does the fa'al mean?
Verb.
Yes, the fa'al is verb.
Conjugated word.
Verb, what is, huh?
Conjugated word.
Conjugated, very good. Conjugated verb. Why we said conjugated verb? Because in English, if you say write or write, if you say write or read, in English, if you say read, what does it mean? Who can tell me?
To read.
To read. Very good. This is why they use to, because you cannot say he reads. No, maybe they read. Maybe she reads. Right? So in English, the verb by itself, it doesn't tell you anything about the
Subject.
doer, excellent, or the subject, excellent. Got it? But in Arabic, it's different. In Arabic, the verb itself, or the fi'l, it tells you who the doer is, or it gives you something about the doer. Tamam? So you cannot have in Arabic a verb without an indication to the doer. Why? Let's say, give me any verb.
ضرب.
ضرب. ضرب means what? Who
To
knows?
hit. To hit.
It's not to hit. It means he hit.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
ضرب.
ضرب means he hit. آكل means I eat. Give me any verb.
شرب.
شرب, he drank. يشرب, he drinks, or he's drinking.
خلق.
اشرب means you drink. خلق means he created. أكلوا means they ate. يأتون means they come. سيذهبون means they will go. You see, it's one word. All these are one word. Did you find any verb without an indication to the doer or the subject? No. So in Arabic, you can say the fi'l is a verb with inbuilt subject, as some scholars expressed it, some brothers in the English language, they expressed it this way. So it's a verb with what? With an inbuilt subject. Subject in Arabic means what? Al-fa'il. We need to learn these ones. Please learn them. Fa'il. So fa'il, you know fa'il. Fa'il means what?
Subject.
Or give me another word.
Doer.
Doer. Now we have maf'ul. Maf'ul. Maf'ulun. Let's say bihi.
Is it
Maf'ul bihi. Maf'ul bihi means what?
done?
Like done with.
Somebody who is done.
Who's
He
done
did it.
to. Means what in English? Object.
Object.
Oh, like
So the maf'ul bihi is what? The object, the
Yes.
thing
No.
that the action is done on or to
No.
or with. تمام? So we have فعل, فاعل, مفعول به. فعل means what? Verb. فاعل,
Subject.
subject. Let's use the grammar terms. They say subject, right? Which means what? مفعول به.
Object.
Object. In the English sentences, what do they start with?
Subject.
Subject or verb?
Noun.
Subject.
Subject, right? So what do we say? Do we say eats Isa the apple? Or ate Isa the apple?
He's-
Or we say Isa ate the apple?
he's a
So always the English sentence start with what?
noun.
A noun. But the Arabic sentence start with
Anything.
Either
generally a verb.
Verb or is
When it starts with a verb, it is called
Jumla.
verbal sentence. جملة فعلية. And when it starts with a noun,
جملة
اسمية.
اسمية. But when there is a verb and a noun,
جملة
what do we start with?
Verb.
Always verb. If we have a verb and a noun in an Arabic sentence, or you want to put to constitute a sentence from a verb and a noun, what do you start with?
Verb.
Verb. So we say أكل عيسى التفاحة. عيسى ate the apple. Right? Was it delicious? Okay. So the verb first, then what?
The side.
The subject. Then we can have an object, and sometimes there's no object, right? Like
Isa.
ذهب عيسى. Isa went. Isa left. There's no object. Is there an object? Is there an object here?
No.
In this sentence, is there an object? If I say ذهب عيسى, غادر عيسى, is there an object?
No.
No object. If I say ذهب عيسى إلى البيت, is there an object here?
Yes.
Yeah.
This phrase, which is in English called prepositional phrase, which is إلى البيت, to the house, it's the object. But we don't call it in Arabic مفعول به, we call it حرف جر and اسم مجرور, prepositional phrase. We will come to this later on. Now you have an idea how you make a sentence, right? But since we mentioned this, let me hear from you some sentences. Yalla. Put either a verb and a noun and an object, or just a verb and a noun. Yalla, try. Even if it's wrong, say a verb quickly. Say a sentence. Say it to me. Give me a sentence. Give me a sentence quickly.
ضرب.
Who ضرب? Who hit who?
ضرب مقتدر إلى مزمن.
أجلس على كرسي.
أجلس على الكرسي. Okay, say.
أنا آكل حمص.
أنا آكل حمص. ما شاء الله. But أنا آكل حمص means now you're eating. You want to say I ate. أكلت. Okay, nice. Who else? Yalla, say a sentence. Just put a verb and a noun together. Put a verb and a noun together. Ahmad, Ja'a Ahmad, ذهب. You should be able to. Give me a sentence.
خلقت
Quickly.
الكتاب.
You have to know. You have so many words, so many Arabic words. Just put a verb with a noun. يلا شيخ. تفضل.
ذهبت
Create.
مسجد.
ذهبت
I created.
إلى المسجد. Excellent. ذهبت إلى المسجد.
أنا أسكن في رالي.
أنا أسكن في رالي.
خلقت في البيت.
ها؟
خلقت البيت.
ماذا? You want to say I made?
Yeah.
Okay. This is very good, but we don't say خلقت because خلق means created. تمام? خلق means created. So we learn this verb, write it. We use صنعت. Made, I made, right? I made. صنعت. صاد نون عين. صنعت. I made. You don't say I خلقت البيت. You say I made the house. صنعت البيت. Got it? Who did not give me a sentence? Everyone has to give me a sentence before I move on. Quickly, quickly. Do you know that one word in Arabic could mean a sentence? Or could have a sentence? One word. Like أنلزمكموها. أنلزمكموها.
That's one word.
Will we impose it on you? This is this word. It has a verb, it has a subject, it has an object in itself. Give me any word. ذهبت. I went.
سمعت القرآن.
سمعت القرآن. يلا يا أخي. I'm not gonna move until you give me sentence. Huh?
ذهبت إلى المسجد.
ذهبت إلى المسجد. Very good. أصلي في المسجد. Excellent. أصلي في المسجد. I pray in the mosque. يلا sister, brother. Any sentence. Put a noun and a verb together.
قرأت سورة الملك.
قرأت سورة الملك. Excellent. قرأت سورة الملك. ماشي. You see, when you try, you can make sentences. Now, the فعل, we said, it has an indication about the doer, right? And we have, in regard with the verb, we have what? Sentences. We have azmina. What do we have? Azmina. I'm writing here some words. Please write them down and try to memorize them. This is how I improve my English. Whenever I hear a new word, you'll find me, I have a small notebook. I write. In my way, in the buses, and when I'm going, when I'm coming, I always read the word with its meaning. This is how I built some vocabulary. فاعل. What word do we have here? Azmina. What's the singular? Who knows?
زمن.
Zaman or zaman. Excellent. Zaman or zaman. Which means what in English? Tense. Tense, right? So we have in English many tenses, right? We have present, past, future, simple present, present perfect, past, present continuous, past continuous, present simple. We have so many categories, right? But in Arabic, we have past, present,
What does this mean?
and future.
Right.
Only.
Tenses.
Past,
Yeah.
present, and future. Okay? Yalla, let's learn them. We need to learn these words. I'm gonna ask you about now. The hard work started. Okay, the real work started. Take note of everything. How many azmina do we have? Azmina means what? Tenses. Tenses.
Three.
Tenses. Tenses. How many azmina do we have?
3.
3.
ثلاثة.
ثلاثة. Excellent. This is how we should say. ثلاثة. لدينا لدينا ثلاثة أزمنة في اللغة العربية. لدينا كم زمن؟ ثلاثة أزمنة. الأول ما هو؟
Past.
ماضي.
الماضي. ماضي or ماضي؟
ماضي.
ماضي.
ماضي. Say ماضي.
ماضي.
Not ماضي. ماضي. So الفعل الماضي
الحال
الفعل الحاضر, right? Or we call it المضارع. المضارع. Okay? Or الحاضر. Let me use both words so that you know. But any grammar, let's just use the grammar word. We say مضارع. Okay? ماضي means what يا عيسى?
Past.
Past. Right? I'm not gonna write the English here. You write the English right away. You don't. ماضي, past. مضارع,
Present.
present. Then what do we have?
مستقبل
المستقبل or المستقبل? I will put a حركة here. مستقبل or مستقبل?
مستقبل
مستقبل. مستقبل means the receiver. مستقبل means the received. Because this thing will be received means it will happen in the future. مستقبل means receptionist or receiver. Just a حركة change it from doer to object. So المستقبل. مستقبل means what يا عيسى?
What?
مستقبل means what? ماضي means what?
Past.
Past. مضارع.
Present.
مستقبل.
Future.
Future. تمام? Let's take just one example of each and then one example of each and we're done. Okay. الماضي, يلا give me أعطني
خلق
أعطني مثالا.
ضرب
خلق.
ضرب خلق
خلق. يلا learn this verb.
جلس
You are required to learn all of these vocabulary. Okay, you have 15 days, 14 days to learn them. خلق. خلق means what?
He created.
He created. المضارع.
يخلق.
يخلق. يخلق. What does يخلق mean?
He is creating.
He is creating or he creates. تمام, both are correct. المستقبل. Did you write in English? يخلق means what?
He creates.
He creates. Or what يا عبد المعز? يخلق means he creates or what? He is creating. مستقبل.
سيخلق.
سا. Very good. سيخلق. 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 He will create. He will create.
What's the
سيقول.
for مستقبل?
Seen. You put seen with the
Without it, that's it.
present.
What about sofa?
سوف is another way.
For mustaqbal, he say amr too.
Amr. Who can tell me? Who can answer this? The command. How do you classify the command?
أكتب.
اكتب
أكتب.
No, uktub. But where do you categorize? Where do you classify it? The command.
Present.
مضارع
Huh? It's present, right? It's present. When you command, in English, the command is like what? Present or past?
Present.
Present, right? Present. In Arabic, the amr, it has a different form. The amr in Arabic has different form. Here we're talking about the tenses. We're talking about the tenses. We're not talking about the different types of verbs. Okay? The amr, you can put it in the present tense because you're telling him to do now, right? Right means now, not in the future. Or it could mean in the future. Okay? It could mean in the future based on the context.
قل
For example, قل لأحمد غدا أني أريد أن أراه. For example, tell Ahmad that I want to see. Tell Ahmad tomorrow that I want to see him. So this command here, it's telling you to do this in the future, right? But if I say write down what I wrote, means now, right? So the amr itself, it doesn't itself give you the amr, the command in itself. Does it give you a tense by itself?
No.
it doesn't give a command by itself. It's understood from the context. If I tell you come, means now. If I tell you come tomorrow, means come tomorrow, right? Now, any questions so far? Last category is what? The particle. The particle is what? Harf. Harf, which is not a letter, which is a particle, right?
Yeah.
We have many categorizations. It's not only harf jar and harf atuf. We have harf nida, for example. Let me add. Harf nida. Harf nida, which means what? Who knows? Harf nida means the particle that you use to call someone, which is what in Arabic?
Ya.
Ya Ahmad. Or a. A also is for nida. Okay?
I thought I was for asking a question.
No, that's for both. For example, and a usually is for the near,
Oh, so you got
and ya is for the far. Okay? Abunayya. For example, you say Abunayya means Ya Bunayya means oh my son. So this is harf nida.
What's this second one?
Also we have harf, as he said, istifham.
Up.
Harf istifham. Let's go over them. There are some others. So the first one, harf jar, means what?
preposition.
Preposition. Now before we go to these ones, the particle, does it have a tense? No.
No.
Does it have a meaning by itself?
No.
No.
Does it give a full meaning?
No.
It doesn't give a full meaning by itself, right? Like you say to. You say ila. Ila means what?
Two.
To. To. You don't understand anything, right? You say on. On what? Whose? What? What is on what? So the particles by themselves, they do not express
Me.
a meaning, a full meaning, a beneficial meaning. So they are used with nouns and verbs, right? They are used with nouns and verbs. Let's take one example of each and we'll be done, inshallah. Harf jar, give me a harf jar. We said ila, okay? Or min, we took min, right? Min means where? What? From, right? Where are you from? Min aina anta? Min. Harf atuf means what?
Wow.
Conjunction, right? Conjunction. Harf atuf means conjunction. Like what?
Wow.
Wa means what?
And.
And. Harf nida, it's the particle that you use for calling someone. Okay? In English, mostly they delete it. So they say, for example, Ahmad, they don't say, oh Ahmad, oh, right? Also in Arabic, sometimes we delete or we drop the particle for calling others. But we have two main particles for nida, not all of them. I'll give you just examples of two. Ya is the famous one. What else we said? A. Hamza on alif. Like ayyu, also ayyuha. Ayyu. Or ay. Ay. Last one is harful istifham. Harful istifham, the major one is what? Who knows? Hal. 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 Also a. Also we have a. But hal is the major one. So hal, how do you translate hal?
Is or are.
Hal, it could mean is or are, or it could mean do or does, or even did. Hal ja'a, did he come? Hal sayati, will he come? Hal huwa yaktub, is he writing? You see, so it depends. Hal, this is a question word, okay, or a question particle. How do you know its meaning? How do you translate hal, Abdul Muaz? Based on the sentence. It could mean do, it could mean does, it could mean did, it could mean is, it could mean are. For example, هل هم يكتبون? Are they writing? You see, I translated it as are. So it could mean all these auxiliary verbs, if you like, is, are, or do, does, based on the sentence. I think, inshallah, this will be enough introduction. So please practice them and study them and try to have now we're gonna start the homework, okay? And when we have homework, we should put a penalty system. For every category, I need you to bring me 2 words, please. How many? 2 examples, okay? At home. Next time, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna go around and see everyone what examples he or she brought. I want for every category, here, bring me 2 examples. For those ones, if you don't know, one is okay, or the 2 that I mentioned are okay. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.